Hello everyone, I am back today. It's time to play with my paper person kit for February. I am going to be making a multi-photo layout. I know. We're going to add 5 photos to this layout, so I'm super excited and it's going to be a really, really fun one. I have printed my photos onto like 2 3x4s, so all 5 of my photos are 3x4 photos. And now I'm going to play which papers do I want to use. So, true story, there is this gorgeous stripy paper in that layout, in that kit that I know I'm hoarding. Like, I 1000% admit to be hoarding it. There's also a paper that has this beautiful, like, pasta design on it. Also, totally hoarding it. So we're going to use this one, which is, it has tomatoes on one side, and then the other side has these little like knife, fork, and spoon. So I'm going to use the knife, fork, and spoon as my background. And then this paper that I'm putting everything on now is that same beautiful grid that I used 2 weeks ago in my last layout. So what I'm basically going to be doing here is I have a definite plan for these photos. I'm trying to keep the photos from the same restaurant together. And then what I want to do is I want to use these labels to add journaling. So my photos are all the delicious food we ate in 2019, or some of the delicious food we ate in 2019 when we spent a long weekend in Washington, D.C. with my brother. So we ate at an Irish pub. Oh, I still dream about the food at that Irish pub. It was so stinking good. And then we also ate at a fish market, like a fish market restaurant where you go in and they have really fresh fish and you could get. So we got some really yummy food there. And then the bottom one is we went for pho. Pho is like a Vietnamese dish, and we love Vietnamese. We love it. It's so good. So I have this really cute picture of my brother, like with this giant bowl of pho. So if you ever are in Washington, D.C., I highly recommend photos. So good. I can't remember what the name of the fish place we went to was. But we were with my brother. I know we were near Chinatown in Washington, D.C. Yes, we were. So if you're ever in that area, but Fido's was delicious. So I went ahead and I pretty much collaged my photos, which is what I do every time I do a layout that has more than maybe like 2 or 3 photos. Anything that has more than 2 or 3 photos, my game plan is to print them at 3x4 and then collage them all together onto one piece of paper. It's just, that's what I do with it. I'm not very good at multi-photo layouts, but sometimes I have the photos that really lend themselves to it, like these. So I am writing my journaling onto the labels. The labels are from the Kelly Perky collection, and I am using a slick writer, which is, I got mine at AllieEdwards.com, and I've had mine for a very long time, but it writes on the Kelly Perky labels without smearing, which makes me happy, so that's what I'm doing. Now that I have my photos in place, my journaling in place, next up, let's grab the title. So my title is going to be, We Ate All the Food. And I'm going to use these beautiful white letter stickers that are part of the kit because they worked really well against that red background. Since my title is broken up between the top and bottom of my layout, I'm just going to grab this Posca pen and kind of add some little dots so that you know like all of it is the title. And now I can go ahead and we're just going to fill in those areas with some stamping. So I'm going to start with this Colette alphabet. This alphabet was an add-on in in the Paper Person shop. And honestly, I think that if you go over there, she still has them in stock. But it's just a really cool, fun typewriter alphabet. And so I'm going to stamp two kind of phrases. I'm going to stamp the phrase yum, and I'm going to stamp the phrase so good. And I'm going to be using Over Coffee and Sandcastle ink from Catherine Pooler. Just a note on ink. So you guys know, I've said this before, that matching the Paper Person shop's red is so hard, right? And I've been having a lot of problems pulling colors from my Catherine Pooler collection that really are a good match to Kelly Parkey's colors, because her colors are so kind of unique and different. Well, guess what? She came out with ink pads. I'm so super excited. So I ordered 3 to start with. They shipped today. And I'm hoping that I will have, well, they're coming with my March kit. So I'm really, really, really excited about that because I feel like having my Paper Person kit and having all of these beautiful stamps come, I really want to be able to have a good ink matches for her products. And you guys know how much I love, love, love my Paper Person designs and kits and patterns. So I'm sure that even after my 1-year subscription that I, like contractually obligated to buy, runs out, I'm going to keep the kits because I love them so, so much. So I'm just going through here, stamping my titles. This is some of these stamps I've used before, but a lot of them I haven't. So I'm making sure to go ahead and rub them on my arm to get the oils and the gunk from the manufacturing off of the stamp and onto my arm. I know, but seriously, like, it's just the easiest way to do it, guys. Like, your arm is right there, and I've never had it like break out or be goofy, so it's fine. So now I'm grabbing some of the stamp sets. Some of the stamps from the stamp sets. I did purchase one of the add-on stamp sets, and I'm going to use the chef's hat from that one. And then the other stamp that I'm going to use, the other 2 stamps that I'm going to use are from the stamp set that came with the kit. I also, off to the side, you'll see there, little brown fussy cut bread, which I thought worked really well because food. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp the little chef's hat right there beside the foot of my brother and above the yum. And then on the right, I'm going to stamp this little pot. So I chose the pot because it looks like the little pot that they brought the pho in. And so I thought that worked perfectly. I know it's supposed to be like a cooking pot, but it'll be fine. So I'm going to use Over Coffee, and then I'm going to grab the Sandcastle because this cute little set that came in the Paper Person kit is, it has the, what's it called? The filler, the inside piece. So, don't do that. That's why I have swatches underneath my inks because I want to make sure I'm putting the correct lid on the correct ink pad. So then I have that cute little like pho thing there. And I'm going to grab some white cardstock. And there's this cute little collection. Like there's a little, this stamp set has like a little cutting board and a little container that has like cooking things in it. And so I decided I would stamp that and fussy cut it. So I'm going to place that fussy cut stamped piece up at the top under the little photograph, and that gives me my. And now, just to finish this off, I'm going to go ahead and grab my little sourdough breads. I'm going to pop them up, and I'm going to place them around my layout. And that's where we are going to call this layout done. Be sure to head over and check out both Christina and Susanna's projects for today. They're beautiful, and I hope you all have a wonderful Tuesday. Bye.